Hello friends, this is the SunWoman. Welcome to my channel for your readings for the month of June 2018. I am your empathic astrologer and intuitive reader, and this reading is for the Capricorn collective. So this is for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. So thank you so much for joining me here. I appreciate all my new subscribers and my return watchers. Thank you for being here with me. If you would like a private reading, please contact me at the link in the information box below, and you can always email me for more information. Alright, so this month, Capricorn, I feel that there's some strong overriding energies for you in love, specifically because we have the planet Venus, which is the love planet, in your opposite sign of Cancer as we come into the month, and it will remain there until the 13th of June, and then it will move into Leo. So especially in the first week to 10 days, up to the 13th of June, that Venus aspect is going to be triggering what you already have as a very powerful placements, which are Pluto in your sign of Capricorn and Saturn in Capricorn. So Pluto and Saturn transits are very powerful transits. They last a long time. Saturn, we have our Saturn returns that last for 2 years. We have a little over 2 years. We have Pluto, who is in a sign for over 10 years. So Saturn will be leaving your sign in March of 2020, and Pluto will be leaving your sign in actually 2023. Both of those planets are in retrograde motion. So Pluto and Saturn are in your sign in retrograde motion, aspecting Venus in your opposite side of Cancer. Now, what does all that mean for you? Okay. Well, quoting one of my favorite astrologers, Tanaz, who writes for foreverconscious.com, an astrology blog online, Pluto and Saturn are going to be working together to really bring some huge transformative shifts into our lives on a global scale, but especially for you, my Capricorns, especially around 2019, 2020, okay? What Saturn does is it helps us really to create boundaries, to ground ourselves, and to take responsibility for our lives, to take practical steps when it really comes to going after what we want and to making the changes that we desire in our lives. But at the same time, Saturn can kind of impose boundaries or make us feel a little stagnant in whichever area of our life that it's working. So we're kind of forced to review what's working and what's no longer working and what needs to be cleared. So you're really going to be rethinking commitments to yourself and to other people in your life. Now, while Pluto is there, Pluto is along the same lines as Saturn, but Pluto really encourages us to go much deeper, okay, in a very powerful way, and kind of, I like how they say, pull back the layers in our lives and dig down deep so we can find a new level of consciousness, we can find our truth. And Pluto is the planet that rules Scorpio, so there are strong themes related to love, death, and rebirth, okay? So if anything in our lives dies, any commitment that we had, anything that was an important part of our lives that no longer serves us, we have to understand that thing will it will pass away in order for something better to come into our lives. But there's really the opportunity for rebirth. Now, in the month of June, how I see this playing out is that, especially for the first 13, 14 days of June, these transits are going to be triggered for you, Capricorn, and so there may be some changes that take place in your relationships, in your love life, as well as in your financial situation, because Venus also rules our finances and our sense of worth, our material life, okay? And then, so you want to take a good look at those areas of your life. Now, from June 21st until the end of July, mid-July, The sun is then going to be in Capricorn, I'm sorry, in Cancer, and it's going to be aspecting Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. So there'll be a lot of energy from the sun in those areas of your life. And, you know, you have the opportunity to make some really long-lasting changes between now and the end of July. Okay, so let's just take a look at the reading here for my Capricorns. Let's see what the message is from Spirit, and I'm using the Akashic version of the Starchild Tarot. I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, one card from the Oracle, and clarify with Tarot Everywhere. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm looking at this right now, and at the base of the deck, we have transformation. Okay, it is reversed. So transformation is the Death card. So just what I'm talking about here, I just said it to you. Pluto ruling death, change, rebirth. Don't resist. This is reversed because in some way you may be resisting in June what needs to pass away from your life, okay? Do not resist this energy. Let's go. We have the Six of Swords, which is covering you, which talks about walking away from a situation or something that no longer serves you, moving on to higher ground. We have the Two of Crystals, which is crossing. This could be a financial situation. I did mention Venus. So some of you may be juggling money or juggling finances, kind of, you know, robbing Peter to pay Paul in order to try and cover all the responsibilities that you have. Here we have the King of Pentacles reversed at the base of the reading. So some of you may be dealing with another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or this King of Pentacles could be you reversed because it's time for you to reflect and take a good look at your relationship with money, with security, with finances, all right? Some of you may, with that Saturn influence, be feeling some restrictive energy when it comes to your finances. And so there's going to be a need to maybe let go of a situation or let go of responsibilities that are weighing on you financially, or to figure out a way to move past financial difficulties in order to make progress in your life. We have the, let me just move these cards over for you. We have the Page of Wands reversed in the recent past, so coming into June. Some of you may have received a message, some information, email, had a conversation, text message, something like that, that may have had some news that you're not very happy about, especially about delays in plans or delays in making progress in a situation. There also could have been some unexpected or difficult news regarding children or a child in your life. The Three of Cups is crowning, reversed. We have the Three of Wands, which is in the near future, right side up. So I really like this Three of Wands because I think you're going to be clearing away energy in order to make a new start here. The Wheel of Fortune is here in the area that talks about your perception of this situation. So your perception of what develops in June is indicated by the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune talks about limitations, feeling held back, feeling that there are delays in being able to move forward and make progress, which definitely aligns to what we were just talking about. The Nine of Swords reversed in the area ruling other people in your life, external influences. We have in your hopes and fears area Strength reversed. So again, some of you may, feel like you've lost energy or lost a sense of commitment to a situation. And you have the Lovers reversed. Wow, in the outcome here, the projected, the potential outcome reversed. So some of you may be delaying making a decision, or as I said, there may be some changes that take place in a romantic and emotional relationship with a partner. You have the Ten of Cups clarifying. I like to put 3 cards out in the outcome. So along, excuse me, with the Lover's card reversed, you have the Ten of Cups and the Page of Crystals. So some of you, this may be issues with finances that could be affecting a marriage or a long-term relationship or even a family situation, okay? So important decisions that need to be made very strongly here regarding finances, your sense of stability, your sense of foundation, your value system. And this definitely could be affecting someone in your life, or your, just your sense of fulfillment. At the base of the deck, I already mentioned, we have the Death card, transformation reversed. So Spirit is asking you to let something pass away in your life so that you can have a fresh start, a new beginning. All right, that's definitely the theme. There's no question here that the cards are reflecting what the astrological energy is here for you. So let's just pull one card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck and see what the message is there. What's the message from Spirit? All right, this one is poking its way out. We have, oh my goodness, I love this. Love this card. New life. Look at that. Look at this fairy, or whatever you want to call this mystical person or this mystical being. Seems as though he or she is waking up. Actually, she's actually breaking out of an egg. It looks like she was just born. So this is, the energy. I'm just so kind of overwhelmed with the messages, how they're coming together here. But letting something die in your life so that something can be reborn, or that you can be reborn. I've said it a few times, I'm repeating it again. And there's a new life in store for you. Something is wanting to begin. It's like an awakening situation. It's like there's a need for you to wake up and understand that whether you want to or not, the energies are pushing you to the next phase of your life. So it really makes no sense to let yourself be held back and to delay that transformative energy from sweeping through your life, Capricorn, okay? And keep in mind, again, this is a process that's going to go on for years. But right now, in the month of June, I feel that its immediate focus is going to be your relationships, your love situation, and your material life, as well as your value system. Okay? So, yes, as I mentioned, the Six of Swords talks about moving away from struggle, moving away from difficulty. Okay? There's the need to walk past, and I like this card because you're walking through the swords, which are, stress, anxiety, difficulties, obstacles, and you're making your way through this land, away from, whatever it is. You're turning your back on something or perhaps someone, but there's a need to do that. And it looks to me, the way her body language is here, is as she just turned, like she's just pivoting to turn away and start walking toward the future, or walking along a new path. The Two of Pentacles, some of you, as I said, could be juggling finances, could be juggling two things in your life, and there is the need now for you to make a choice. You could be making a choice between a career choice, a job situation. Some of you could be making a choice between people. Why I'm saying that is that we do have the Three of Cups crowning, but it is in the reverse here. So there's a block. This could represent, a love triangle, or trying to choose between two people. So with the Three of Cups reversed and that Two of Pentacles crossing, you may have to leave someone behind. That Six of Swords energy. You may have to walk away from a situation. You could be walking away from this King of Pentacles, who may be, the King of Pentacles not only has a problem with money, or has blockages where generosity are concerned. It could not only mean generosity with money and finances, but also support, and also time and energy. So you could be walking away from someone who is very stingy with their time, with their energy, with their resources, with their support. Some of you, with this Page of Wands in the recent past reversed, you could have recently lost support, or received less support than expected in a child support situation. If you have, if you are receiving support from another person. And so I feel that the the test here is that some of you may need to figure out a way to bring in additional streams of income in order to compensate for this lack that has kind of just developed. This King of Pentacles could be having financial problems, and that's why he or she, could be masculine or feminine energy, is not able to provide you with what you were receiving prior to this, or what you really need in order to make in order to cover your expenses and cover the things, cover your responsibilities. So, there could be some hurt feelings. There could be, hopefully not, but there could be a celebration or a party or something like that that needs to be canceled, or planned for gatherings that need to be canceled because there are not enough funds to to pay for all the details that need to be taken care of this month. The Three of Wands really talks about mid-month, right around the new moon, which is going to be in the sign of Cancer. That is, for me, the need for new beginnings, especially when it comes to, to you making plans for the future. Okay, the Three of Wands talks about seeking help, seeking guidance almost from the universe, and there needing to be a new plan of action, okay, in order to make plans for the future. So, that's going to be an important aspect for you as well. Gathering your strength, making new plans, going back to the drawing board and creating, putting things in motion so that you don't have to depend on anyone else, okay, so that you can support yourself, support your interests and your responsibilities. That Wheel of Fortune is your perception of the situation, so it could be that there are delays where finances are concerned. There are delays with you receiving money, or whatever resources that you're hoping for. Now, you're in the area that rules other people in your life. You have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords reversed talks about anxiety. And I feel that it may be that you are dealing with someone who is having a lot of anxiety in their situation. Okay, they may have recently lost a job. They may have recently received some kind of bad news regarding finances, and so there's a lot of anxiety and stress that they're experiencing, and I feel like this is kind of trickling down to you, and you are absorbing this. In your hopes and fears area, we have the Strength card reversed, and so the Strength card is you kind of recognizing that if you don't exercise your own will, things may not get done here, that you may need to gather the strength to now push forward and to do something new and to create a new life for yourself, and to not depend on someone else. Many of you may have found that you limited yourself in your actions, in your goals, and that's not very common for Capricorn, because usually my Capricorns are very ambitious. You're very career driven, very work driven. You have a vision of where you want to be and who you want to be and what you want to achieve when it comes to your career and your life in general. And being that earth sign, you're willing to work very hard in order to put down those roots and build that foundation step by step, moving yourself up the ladder to a point of great success. If you think about your spirit animal, who is that mountain goat, okay, I think of goat, GOAT, greatest of all time. Muhammad Ali, for an example, is a Capricorn, so this is a person, or Capricorns are people who are willing to work themselves to the bone in order to be the greatest of all time. Now, I feel that the issue here is that with Pluto and Saturn in your sign, you are carrying a, I wanted to say a different word, but you're carrying a hell of a lot of responsibility and burdens right now. Okay, you are overwhelmed with burdens. You're overwhelmed with responsibilities. It could be financial, it could be your career situation, family life. So there's a lot going on that really is on your shoulders. But the good thing here, which you should be aware of, is that Saturn is your natural ruler. So if Saturn is happy in any sign, it is happy in Capricorn, because it's like a homecoming. Saturn is coming home to you. And so for you, more than any of the other signs, Saturn return in your sign is a gift. Okay, it is a gift and a blessing. Whether it looks like it or not. When Saturn leaves your sign, let me see, when did I say that? Yeah, in March of 2020, it is going to leave you with a blessing. Something that you earned 1000%, and something that is going to elevate your life, the quality of your life. It's going to elevate your career situation. It is going to leave you with a powerful foundation that's going to carry you probably for the rest of your life. Okay, if you are a younger Capricorn, it is going to set you up for just building yourself to whatever level you want to reach. If you're an older Capricorn, it is going to help you have that sense of stability and that quality of life that you have earned throughout your working life. Okay, throughout your life. So you really need to allow yourself to make whatever change that's trying to happen right now, and that you're resisting because you are an earth sign. You don't like changes, but you've got to let it happen so that you can move forward to whatever this Three of Wands energy is that is trying to appear in your life. Okay, the Three of Wands talks about gathering resources. So it's not only material resources, but gathering whatever talents, gifts, skills they are that you were born with. You need to do a checklist, okay, Capricorn? What is it that you're good at? What is it that you are great at? And how can you combine all of those talents in order to create something substantial that the world is going to want to, receive from you, all right? It may entail you bringing in assistance, getting a manager, getting a business partner, getting a consultant, getting an accountant, bringing in a family member to assist you, finding seed funding, whatever, bringing up a fundraising, a GoFundMe account, whatever that is, look for it, and I feel like you will get a spark of inspiration, especially around mid-month of June, okay? Now, towards the end of June, again, I do feel the need with the Lovers reversed. This could play out in a couple scenarios. If this is an emotional situation, which part of it could be because the Ten of Cups is coming up strong, and the Ten of Cups is actually right side up. So I like this right side up because it's telling me that whatever this choice is that you may be resisting, or this decision is that you're resisting, if you make the right decision, it's going to move you to your Ten of Cups energy, okay? For some of you, if it's letting go of a partner who you have outgrown, that decision will move you towards that Ten of Cups fulfillment, okay? I don't specifically see anyone coming in this month, because I feel like for you, June, where Venus is aspecting you, is about clearing the decks. It's about reevaluating and making space, if necessary, for that partner to come in. It may be you making space for you to call in your twin soul, your twin flame, okay? Your soul partner, your life partner, with that Ten of Cups. But the Page of Pentacles reversed talks about you being kind of caught up in the, the everyday things, the everyday life, the getting the bills paid. You know, maybe some of you, as I said, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands here. So there may be children involved here, whether they are young or whether they are older. And so some of your decision making may revolve around the need to consider your children and consider the responsibility that you have towards them and the weight and responsibility that are placed on your shoulders. You know, just being a parent, which is a big deal. But again, I love this oracle card because new life is saying that it's time for you to break free from this shell. Many of you with this Saturn and Pluto sitting on top of you like a ton of bricks, you have been, it's like you haven't even had the strength to break free of this eggshell that you're in, okay? But remember, if you think about how a baby bird releases itself from the shell, it's one little peck at a time, okay? It doesn't, you know, in one gigantic forceful movement break that shell. That's not how it happens. It's one little peck, until it weakens that shell. It weakens that barrier between being in the dark and coming out and being born. One little peck at a time. So right now we may be talking about the baby steps that are required for you to change your life so drastically from living in the dark, enclosed, alone, to breaking free to this new life, to waking up and to the abundance that is surrounding you and trying to come into you from the universe, which is indicated by the transformation card, okay? And the Three of Wands, bringing in new opportunities for you. All right, so I just want to take 3 cards here. Let me see. Let's see. I do want to go back to the theme that I mentioned about there potentially being a love triangle in your situation, and that some of you may need to walk away from someone that you were invested in. And again, I do feel that this may be someone that you have children with, and that one of the considerations is that you may not want to break up a family situation, or you may not want to walk away from a partner who also is assisting you financially, you know, with the responsibilities of the home and family. But I really feel that Spirit is calling you to move toward what is going to be emotionally and spiritually healthy for you, which may require you to make a difficult decision, and know that the universe has your back, okay, that you will be okay, regardless of whatever a decision is you have to make. If that is the case, you do want to make sure that you have an agreement and that you make up an agreement. And often the Three of Wands talks about contracts, okay? So there may be a need for you to put together a contract with your partner or with your long-term, with your spouse or whatever, if there are legal situations here, to make sure that that contract is fair and equitable to you, okay? I want to know what's coming in for Capricorn. What's coming in? The King of Cups, and I did say something legal, so there could be, the King of Cups often can talk about attorneys. So some of you may be getting assistance from an attorney to help you. The Five of Pentacles, to make changes financially, okay, to make beneficial changes that are going to take you out of this kind of poverty mindset that you may be living in right now. And the Two of Pentacles coming up again. Two of Crystals was crossing, and now you have the Two of Pentacles in the near future. So yeah, I do feel that there's going to be a need to get some assistance, to get some support, to seek that support in order for you to make a change financially that's going to take you out of this struggle, this sense of struggle, and bring you to a balance. There's a need for balance. There's a need to have enough coming in that's going to be enough to cover what's going out, okay, as opposed to you know, being in the deficit every month or every week. So yeah, I do see financial, the need to bring in help to help you with a financial situation and make sure and make that thing a fair situation, okay, for you. All right, my Capricorns, so this is your reading for June 2018. I hope it's been helpful to you. Please like the video. If you like the video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thank you. Please contact me for a private reading. And as always, I bid you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.